What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay, back at it, another video. Day 2 SneakerCon. So you guys saw, we posted, you saw the video. We had like 140,000 in buybacks. In reality, it was like closer to 160 because we bought some more after the post. And I'm back at it today. So far, that's some of our pickups and some more pickups right over here. So I got a lot of crazy stuff in the works. Sit back, enjoy this video, and watch the UN way. Chicago. Three of the guys that sleep the most in the city. So, trying to teach the world how to resell and make $1 million reselling, right?
Everybody's a reseller, man.
Everybody's a reseller. So, when you guys started reselling, right, and up until this point, what's been your biggest lick?
OVO tents, the white OVO tents.
White OVO tents.
Right.
Okay, so what did you buy them at, and what did you sell them at?
We paid $50 over retail. And I believe
Which
retail
was $270 then.
Right, because it was $220. Yeah, 200.
$270. So you paid $270 a pair.
And we sold them for $800 a pair. 80 pairs.
80 pairs. So what's that? Fast math is $430 profit.
Okay.
You got $530.
So what did we say? 270,
300,
300, $530 of profit.
Times 80.
Times 80, so 5 times 8, 4, so roughly around 50,000.
You made 50,000.
And this is before we knew the prices on them. There was some of them we sold them at 1,000.
Right.
We finally sold about 20.
How long did it take you to make that 50?
2 weeks. No, a week. We sold them in less than 3 days.
Yes, about 3 or 4 days.
That's crazy. That's a good look.
That's one.
And how long have you guys now been open?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
We started 3 years ago.
You started with how many shoes?
Our first store was probably 600 square feet.
It was a hallway.
It was basically a hallway. Probably 250 shoes.
And how many you got now?
Now?
Way too many.
Over 1,000?
Yeah.
Restock Chicago. Hey, so I'm here with one of my favorite resellers, hustlers in the game, KD. I am just KD, right, on Instagram?
Yes, I'm just KD.
So I've been going around asking sneaker shops, resellers alike, what was their biggest flip, right? So whether that was how many, one individual item that you bought a lot of, or one individual item that you bought and then sold for a lot of money. So for you, and all these years that you've been reselling, how long you been reselling now?
2006.
2006, so you've been at it 12 years. What was that biggest flip for you?
Air Max.
Air Max, the
Yes.
2011 pair?
Yes, the earlier pair.
Okay, what did you wind up buying and
I
selling?
wound up buying it for like, I'm gonna say between 3 and 4 grand, and I sold it for about 7,500.
So you made 3,500 on one flip
Yeah, in about, took about a week.
in a week.
Yes.
It's not bad. It's more than what most people make in a week.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've been able to do this for 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the only shoe. Now that I think about it, I also bought Red Octobers for like 2,500.
Okay.
I sold those for 6,000.
Oh, that's a lick.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do
That
that?
took about 2 months.
Okay.
It took about 2 months. Yeah, those are 2 shoes that I remember for even to today.
Yeah,
that was
pretty
years
good.
ago.
That's pretty good. So I'm gonna tell you right now, he's definitely worth following. He's somebody that I've looked up to. because of his work ethic, his consistency. I see him at every single show across the country. And this man don't stop. He's actually outworking me. Give him a follow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here with my boy Sam from Soul Stage, and Sam, I'm just going around asking some of my favorite resellers, some of my favorite shops, right? Basically a little bit about their biggest flip, right? Whether it's one item that you sold a lot of, or one individual item that you had a really big like lick on, right? So
Yeah.
for you and all the years that you've been in it, what's been your biggest flip?
I gotta say it was April 2015. It was the OVO 10 samples.
Okay.
So OVO did a pop-up in LA, and when they did the pop-up in LA, they did it. They had a pop-up with clothing.
Okay.
And on the last day, I want to say they ended up doing a release with the OVO 10s. They did the black ones and the white
Right.
ones, and it was a sample release. This is before they came out to, quick strikes for release to the public. And they ended up putting a tweet out with just the Jumpman logo and Undefeated and the OVO. So everyone's like, what? And it said, gave the address. It was like first come, first serve, whoever gets there. And I was able to get there with a couple of friends. And you're buying those for $250 retail. That's what they charge them for. And they're samples. And you're able to sell those for about $4,500 to $5,000 each.
Wow. How many pairs did you buy?
I ended up getting about 12 pairs that day. And then outside, I cashed out some other individuals. So I got up to a good amount.
So you made basically 4,000, just simple, on 25 pairs. I'm bad with math, so 4,000 times 25, you made 100 bands.
That was in one fucking day.
In one day.
One day. So it was amazing. That was probably my biggest accomplishment as a reseller. Like copying those up at $250 a pop. I remember when tax was like $272, and I was just like,
That's
wow.
a nasty flip. I'm in the wrong state.
We get lucky being in LA sometimes for that stuff. We still don't get the same love shown in New York, but the sneakers pass and stuff like that sometimes helps us out a lot. Being in LA, but definitely you got it going in Vegas though. You got an empire you're building out there.
We're trying to just stay relevant and find creative ways to keep people to pay attention, right? And it's brands like yours and the efforts that you put into the sneaker culture, along with other shops and certain resellers, that have motivated me to do or try more, right?
Oh, 100%. I use that all the time. I talk to everyone. They're like, I don't have to be enemies with Jason. We do the same thing, but there's enough for all of us to succeed. And I always love talking to you and talking to other shop owners, because that's the motivation. That's
Right.
what pushes me in the morning when I wake up. Is
100%.
what are you doing to innovate? And it's not like, oh, shit, let me go copy it, but it's like, it's work together to figure out how we can be better together as different brands.
No, we've been on the same wavelength for a while, man.
And I love it. I love the fact that we can, collaborate together and talk and bump ideas off each other's head.
Right, definitely. So, real quick, give these guys your personal Instagram and the shop's Instagram.
Sweet. So the shop's Instagram is at Soul Stage. My personal Instagram is Sam SAAM _Brick Supply CO. So again, it's at Soul Stage, and my personal is SAAM _Brick Supply.
Now, I know this is gonna sound a little biased, but it's completely true. My favorite shop to hit in Cali, Soul Stage.
Definitely, I appreciate it,
Love
my
you,
man.
bro.
Thank you so much for coming
Let's do
through.
it, man.
Always a pleasure.
I wanna buy. Buy. All hype stuff, please, sir.
For all of it?
Green guy? Yeah, really good guy. Man. How much was that? How many charged you for that? 140?
32.50.
Sure, you can. You know you've never bought from me in like years now? Is it because like you feel like I overcharge you or something?
You want me to go spend money with you?
Yeah, please.
You want me to go spend money with you?
Please.
Let's go fuck up some commas. He said I haven't spent no money in 2 years with him. I can't believe he's telling me that. He said it's been a while since I spent a couple dollars. So, Eric, you're just gonna are you gonna help me? Love these guys. I support what they do. He's absolutely right. I kind of have not bought from them in a while, and I'm here to stimulate the economy. So we're buying some shoes.
I mean, it was kind of weak. At least he gave us like 50K. But this is actually not a big transaction. We actually had to pass. I've never had to pass on you. I'm sorry about that, man. I just thought you'd buy all this shit, the Supreme shit.
All right, so hold on.
But considering you have everything in your store, like multiples, how could you, right? Wow. Smells good. Now I can pay my credit card debt off.
All right, so I'm excited to get the opportunity to interview this man because I've been a fan of watching his growth over the last couple of years through sneaker cons. I met him at a sneaker con. I want to say it was Bay Area.
Yes.
And I've just been watching this guy get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's becoming one of my biggest consigners, if not already, right? Moves a lot of bait,
Yeah.
right? And so I want to introduce, and I want him to kind of tell me a little bit about his story that he told me once off camera, and then we're gonna ask him some questions. So introduce yourself to the world for me.
What's up, man? My name is Yas, Prime Orders. Yeah, last year I think it was, we met at the Bay Area Sneaker Con. I watched actually his video about how he started out, and very inspiring. I was doing real estate, I quit that, and then did this full time, and the sky's the limit now, you know.
So let me ask you a question. Now that you're doing this a little bit more, right? You've pretty much like walked away from
I don't do real estate anymore.
Doesn't even do real estate anymore.
Yeah, 2016, I quit. I wrecked my car, but I sold the most sneakers out of that December, you know. And then after that, it just blew up. After I connected with you, I think in March, I mean, you were selling like 40, 50 products a month for me, you know. So,
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you've been reselling now 2 years.
Since 2013 on the
All
side.
right, so 5 years
Yeah.
on the side. In these 5 years, what's been the one item that was your biggest flip? It doesn't necessarily mean that it was like one individual item with a large amount, or what was the one item that you picked up a lot of and you sold a bunch and you made, what was like your biggest flip ever?
I would say UNC ones.
UNC ones, okay, what did you pay for them, ballpark?
Don't want to say how much I paid, but I got 100 pairs and flipped 80 in 2 days.
You
So,
flipped 80 in 2 days, what was your profit more or less?
like 20, 25 grand or something.
25 grand in 2 days. And I am doing this completely wrong is what I'm noticing as I'm going around and talking to everybody. I'm realizing I'm really doing a horrible job at making
No,
money
you're doing
because
it.
you guys are making me like, man, I don't make that.
Wait, I don't have one of these yet, though.
Yeah, but this was a gift. So technically, if it wasn't gifted, I wouldn't have it either. But give the world your Instagram,
Okay,
so we can give them a follow because this is one of my biggest bait sellers in the store. Period.
So at Prime Orders is my Instagram. I really don't know how to use social media, so please follow and just let me know what your size is. I'll send you the size list that I have. Unfortunately, my website's not always updated because I get about 100 to 200 items a week. So
Definitely worth the follow. Trust me. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so
Appreciate you, man.
appreciate it.
little back.
How much?
31.
Yo, Juno! Can you hold all this for me?
What?
Can you hold all this
Yeah,
for me?
hold it.
Thank you. Give them your Instagram.
Matt.lpz on IG.
So you gotta hear this. This guy saw me standing in line before I even opened the store, and I was like, yo, I sell shoes. He's been at every single store and seen it before I even had a store.
Day one. I met JC. He was camping out at 12 a.m. run. He said, hey, I sell shoes. Here's my number. 3 months later, he hits me up. I got a shop. I've been following him since, man. He's the hustle, the grind. I love it.
I'm here with my favorite consigner and my favorite dudes from Jersey, besides a couple other guys that are pretty cool too, but my boy Matt. Matt's been consigning with us now for
probably 2 years now.
Almost 2 years. Matt, how did you start?
So, I mean, I was in my friend's basement one day. It was like a summer day. We went on eBay, and we just looked at shoes, man. He kind of was into it, just kind of to wear. And he found a shoe. It was a thermal foam posit for $100. He was like, bro, I think you can flip this for $120, man. So I was like, fuck it, you know. And I just tried it out. Took $100 out of my bank account, and the rest is history.
How long ago was that?
It was 4.5 years ago.
How much did you make last year in sales? How much you do in sales?
600 grand in sales last year.
600,000. That started with $100. All right, now, my question that I've been going around asking all my friends, all the people that I look up to that are reselling, whether they're private sellers, consigners, or consignment shop owners, is what was your biggest flip, right? Whether it could be one item that you sold and made a lot of money on, or one item that you had a lot of and made a lot of money.
Yeah, so I mean, this is an easy one for me. So my biggest one was with Scotty Skinner, so from Social Supremacy. And I bought 50 pairs of Pirate Black 350s off him. And little did he know that I already had a buyer from him. So what I did was I took a wire transfer from this buyer and paid Scotty with this money. 50 pairs, I was making about $200 a pair. So you do the math on that.
How long did that move take you?
About 20 minutes. 20 minutes, do the math on that one.
What's your Instagram?
Matt.Feinberg.
Thank you.
What's up,
this guy's an animal. This is my, so I'm doing a little interview series kind of thing with all my friends, people I look up to, power sellers, consignment shop owners. And the premise is talking about, one, how you started, like how long you've been selling sneakers.
Okay.
Two is, what was your biggest flip? Whether it was one item that you made a lot of money on, or one item that you got a lot of and you made a lot of money. So what was the biggest break-even flip ever?
So there's few questions.
Okay.
So firstly, I started reselling probably like 3-4 years ago.
3-4 years
Yeah,
ago.
since I was in college and I want to have some more pocket money.
Right.
So I started to resell. And then after I graduated, I met my partner in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And then eventually I joined their business.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I've been doing it right now.
Yeah. So what's been the biggest flip?
Biggest flip. There's few remarkable deals. I mean, in these 3-4 years. Probably the biggest one is I bought 1,500 pairs of blushes.
1,500 blushes?
Yes.
1,500 pairs of blushes.
Yeah.
You paid about retail.
About retail.
And you sold
probably like
300.
Fair, like these prices.
So
because I have to fulfill all my pre-orders. Then.
So you made about $80 a pair.
Approximately.
On 1,500.
Like more than 80, I think.
More than 80. So
approximately 100, I think.
Okay, so 100 times 1,500. How long did that take you?
I mean, I still have some blushes sitting right. I mean, the big sizes, but I sold like more than 80% already.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did the 80% take you to sell?
A month or two.
A month?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is MomoKicks, MomoKickz.
If you don't know who this guy is,
no, I'm just a small guy.
You don't listen to him. If you don't know who
I'm just working for a living. I'm just working for a living.
He supplies almost every consignment shop globally. Juno from Bandalay, one of the members you don't see that much behind the scenes, but is responsible for a lot of the crazy stuff you see Bandalay do. So I'm walking around and I'm going up to my peers, my friends, brands that I respect, brands that I look up to.
Okay.
And I'm asking them one question that might lead into a couple questions.
Okay.
Right? The whole premise is talking about what your biggest flip was. Whether it was one item that you bought a lot of and you made a lot of money on.
Okay.
Or if it was one item that you sold that had a really large margin.
Okay.
So how long have you been reselling?
8, 9 years, maybe 10. I give and take.
That's a lot of shoes.
That's a lot of shoes, yes.
What's been the biggest flip?
I mean, the one shoe I remember was the Adidas White 3. That shoe at Barney's, I mean, I happen to like that design. They said it's on sale.
The Pure Boost?
Yeah, the Pure Boost.
Okay.
It was on sale for 180. Retail was like 300.
Right.
So I bought a couple for my personal.
How many?
Like 4, I believe.
Okay.
And then in about I'll say about a good month, it jumped from retail to 4, 5, 6. People were paying 1,200, 1,500 per pair. So I moved all my pairs, contacted Barney's, tried to get for a sale price for like 180, but which they didn't. But I had some friends that worked at Barney's, which got me for retail.
So how many pairs did you get total?
I probably ended up selling good 10 pairs for like around 12 to 15.
So let's just average it out at 1,300 and you paid 300 or less for
Yeah,
each
so I made
one.
1,000 per pair, so I'll say I made good. I'll say I cleared $9,000.
And how long did that take?
Probably within about a week.
9,000 in a week.
Yeah.
I got the wrong job. Thank you. Can you give the world your Instagram?
Yeah. Got Juno. You could also follow Bandalay, but I mean, I'm the hidden guy at the Bandalay, but Eric does most of the stuff. I like to stay behind and just do what Eric tells me to do.
Just as important as Eric, if not more. The guy you don't see is the guy that's working the hardest.
Yeah.
You guys have seen this guy before, Eric Bandalay.
So
we're currently in the competition of who wore their hair the craziest. Right?
Well, I had my cornrows.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Yesterday.
You're battling. This is a tough battle. So this is what I'm doing, right? I'm going around. I'm asking my friends, peers, people I look up to that are individual private sellers, have businesses, consignment shops, brands that people have that have a cult following, like Bandalay. And I'm going around asking everybody what their biggest flip was, whether if it was one item that you sold a lot of or one item that had a lot of crazy margin, right? So
Yeah.
for you individually, what's been your biggest flip?
Okay, but before I answer that, you look up to me?
Yeah, bro. Well,
Really?
one, I'm shorter than you. So technically I have.
Technically, yeah.
But no, yes, I tell you all the time, on and off the camera, especially off the camera, how excited I am to continuously watch your brand grow and to see what you guys are doing and how you're pushing the culture forward. And I don't want you to stop. I need you to keep going, and I look up to what you guys have created in a really short amount of time, man. I'm a huge
Thank
fan.
you so much. But all he does is text me to flex, and then it gets me disappointed. But anyway, biggest flip. I probably sold a couple hundred Jordan 1s. I won't say to who. It was like a couple hundred. I probably made.
What did you pay for them? Let's start there. And what Jordan 1?
It was Jordan 1. I can't remember. To be honest, I can't remember. It might have been Royals.
Okay, so Royals. Proceed.
I don't remember exactly what I paid, but I just know exactly how much I made.
How much did you make?
I made like $6,500 or something like that.
How long did that $6,500 take you to make?
It was quick, man. It was one phone call. He called me. I said I can get it. Boom, done. Boom, boom. It was like 3 days.
How many pairs?
It was a couple hundred.
Couple hundred.
It wasn't 60. It was like 5,500 days.
5,500.
Yeah, 5,500.
And your initial investment, if you made 5,500, you're probably paying $20, $30 over retail.
No, I think I got them for retail at that time.
Okay, so 140. Okay.
It was what? I think it was 160.
So you had to
150.
You had to move 300 pairs in 3 days.
It was good though.
That's a pretty solid lick.
But it was good. I mean, I don't make as much as this guy, but it was a solid come up for me. I don't make like big resale money. I'm not like that into sneaker reselling like that. I just try to keep it low.
Bro, you see this face?
Low key, humble.
Yeah, he's low key and humble. But he also has releases that sell out in fucking 20 minutes online when he drops a shirt, and then has lines all day where people are asking to make special shirts, right? And they got friends and clients. Get out of here. He's being way too modest.
No, I mean.
But I love him. This is my guy. You need to follow him, follow his brand. They got the best sneaker group in Facebook, and I've been telling them to open a store for the last 3 years.
Bandele in the house. Follow us on Bandele. Peace out.
This is Charles, BHT.
You already know
Phoenix, right? So I've been going around. I'm doing this little video where I'm talking to some of my peers, friends, business owners, consignment shops, and asking them what their biggest lick was in the sneaker game. Doesn't have to be not necessarily sneakers, but what was the one thing that you flipped that you made the most money on? Whether it was like taking one shoe and selling 100 and making this much, or the one shoe that you bought for the low and sold for the high. What's been your craziest flip in all these years?
So as you may know, I deal with a lot of pre-owned stuff, so I can talk for, you know what I'm saying, days and days about stupid steals, but probably off the top of my head, one of my biggest flips, I got a pair of Diana Taurasi LeBron 7s for $40. And I cleaned them up. My boy Vic Almighty from Rejuvenator hooked them back up, and I sold them for $980. So
wow, so
$40 to $980. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's solid. How much did you pay Vic?
He did it for free. He did it on the strength with the hour turnaround time too. I called him before dinner. Before I even got to finish, he was done with them. So
how long did it take you to sell that shoe?
So I listed it on eBay. I kept getting offers, you know what I'm saying, 500, 600. So I was like, yo, how far is this shit gonna go or whatever. And I want to say it probably took like 48 hours.
Wow. That's a joke.
That's a good lick, you know what I'm saying?
So for those that don't follow you, can you give them your info so they can start following you?
Make sure you follow us at Ben Had Those, the personal page at Official King Charles. Like I said, hit us up.
Appreciate it. This is an interview that I'm excited about doing because his hustle's crazy. So tell the world who you are and what you do.
I'm Kareem Quatley. My Instagram is BaitBag, and I just resell shoes and basically just do that.
So how long have you been reselling?
I've been reselling for about 2 years.
2 years. How many sneaker cons have you gone to in 2 years?
I've been to about like 10. I mainly started going to sneaker cons about last year.
Yup. Yeah, so I've been asking a lot of like big time resellers. I've been asking a lot of consignment shop owners. I've even asked a couple YouTubers what was their biggest flip, right? So that big flip for you could have been just one shoe that you made a lot of money on, or that one shoe or item that you bought a bunch of that you sold a lot of. What was that for you, and how much did you make?
I mean, my biggest like single shoe flip was like Air Mags, and I made like $2,000 on those. And my like a lot of bulk shoes, it was the Off-White in November.
How many Off-White? Which Off-White and how many?
I basically got the whole collection.
Okay.
We had about like 15, 20 pairs.
And what was that amount of money you made off that release?
I made about like 3,000, 4,000 off that.
3,000-4,000. And how long did that take you?
I mean, like 2 weeks around there.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
And he's been reselling for 2 years. You hear this? 13-year-old making $3,000-4,000 flips. There's no excuses for you not to go out there and get it. So I am here with one of UK's biggest hype beasts, if not the biggest.
Self-proclaimed biggest.
Self-proclaimed, but he really is. So basically what I've been doing is I've been going up to friends, resellers, private sellers, consignment shop owners, hype beasts, right? And talking about reselling, right? And some of their biggest flips. So what I've been basically asking is, what's been your biggest flip? Whether it was one item that you made a whole bunch of money on, or was it one item that you bought a lot of and sold and made a lot of money?
Yeah, got you. All right, so this is a good story.
Okay.
So in London, obviously Louis Vuitton Supreme, like a week early, right? This kid, he DMs me, and he's like, yo, I would love to meet you in London one day. Why don't you do a fan meetup, like that type of thing, right? I was like, nah, like I didn't think I had like enough clout to like do any of that. So I was just like, I laid that off. And then he's like, he still messages me. Like it happens to all of us, right? So he messaged me like, yo, but what about next Friday? Can I meet you then? I'm like, why? It's a Friday. What's happening on Friday? Louis Vuitton Supreme, bro. There's a pop-up on Friday. And this is when no one knew, like no one. Turns out his dad was working security. He owned the security firm, and obviously Louis Vuitton had hired out that event. He knew. I was like, dude, give me the address. I'll see you on Friday. So Thursday comes along, and we're at Supreme, and people are starting to know about it now. It's the day before. Still no one knew, but it's like, yo, I think Louis Vuitton Supreme's actually happening, like tomorrow. So as soon as I heard that, I obviously had the address. I knew where it was at. No, nothing was announced. Hypebeast didn't know, none of that. So me and just one homie, we went there, and there's nothing there, and we're so confused. Anyway, I'm first in line, right, to Louis Vuitton Supreme, London. Me and my bro are first and second. So we camped out for like a day straight, full camp, and then just like pre-orders are coming in like crazy, like duffel bags, 3 racks, like what the hell, like 1,500 on top, like, and that was crazy. So anyway, I was first in line, Louis Vuitton Supreme, and there was none of this red leather. The whole drop was black, right? So I started speaking to the manager. Turns out he was like the manager director of the whole of Europe for Louis Vuitton. I'm like, yo man, like, where's the red stuff at? Like, I wasn't really popping online or nothing like that. So at the time, reselling was like my main shit. So he was like, yo man, like, sorry, there's no red leather. We're planning that for like another week or something like that. And he gave me his number. He was like, but if you need anything, then please let me know. So the whole Louis Vuitton got cancelled, everything was dropped, there was fights, it was mayhem everywhere. So that price went up. I texted him, yo man, I really need the backpack, the Christopher backpack. So he didn't reply, he didn't text back. I was like, major L. I just get a phone call one morning from Louis Vuitton customer service, like, hi, is this Mr. Petru? We have a Christopher backpack on hold for you, like, we would like to process it over the phone.
So you bought it at retail.
Yeah.
What did you sell it for?
£7,500.
Which is like 9,000 US.
Yeah, probably like 10 racks, yeah.
So
I made like 8K USD profit.
$8,000 profit.
I never went to a drop ever again.
Crazy.
Yeah, like I never camped out ever again after that. Like after Louis Vuitton Supreme.
How long did it take you to sell it?
All my social media, like a week. If that, no, way less. I posted on Facebook that I ordered it and I sold it before it came. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, but most people know who you are, what's your IG?
My IG's @AriPetru, and I got a channel too, YouTube channel. It's the same, @AriPetru, UK's biggest hypebeast. Worldwide now though.
Dope. Worldwide. Love you, bro.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. World's biggest hypebeast.
Yes.
Followed by world's littlest hypebeast. So yo, I've been asking friends, family, private sellers, resellers, non-resellers, consignment shops. What's the biggest flip that you've ever had? Whether it was one item or a bunch of items that you sold, what was the biggest margin?
The biggest was like 5-6 years ago. I can't remember exactly, but before I was like big into the sneaker community. I bought the championship LeBron pack.
Oh man!
On Nike.com. No bot, got through.
Wow.
Size 9, took it to Soul Supremacy, put it on consignment. They sold it for me for 3 racks.
And what did you pay retail? It was $500. $2,500 flip. How long did it take?
Less than a week. Soul Supremacy, you know they
they move.
So,
they're beasts.
Yeah.
They're beasts.
So that was like from before my like having money type days. So I was like trying to flip stuff, but that's my biggest like straight profit.
Nah,
right
yeah,
there,
that's
so.
a lick, dog. I would have took that one.
Yeah.
You know, during that release, I didn't hit, and it wasn't a release that happened in Vegas. And I was like literally offering people to pay for plane tickets, like hotel, whatever, just to pick up if they couldn't, but it didn't work out.
I wish if it was my size, I would have kept it, but unfortunately,
that
it
was
a
my
9,
size.
so
I would have bought that.
Back in the day, what I would do was I wouldn't look at a size. I'd just click. I just happened to land on 9. So
that's dope.
But yeah,
Dope.
that's my biggest come up.
Thank you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Much love.
I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, there you have it. How to make $1 million reselling, right? Some of these guys are some of the biggest movers of hype in the industry. Some of them are just collectors that get the opportunity to make $1. The whole point of the video was, look, there's no right or wrong way. There's no like this guy's better than that guy. We're all caught up in flipping, and sometimes the flips are better than others, but even if you're making a $20 profit and you're able to make that flip in a little bit of time and you can do that over and over and over, it adds up, man. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Melbourne, see you soon.